started and how you get into that game. Kevin, we got a new announcement for everybody watching the show tonight.
Yes.
A new little tidbit. It's not an original idea, but it's a new
it's
segment.
Not original.
It's super unoriginal.
It's so far away from original.
It's super unoriginal.
But it's so fun to do.
That's right. Hold on. I think we're leveling out just a little bit too much here. Let me fix that. It's not a completely original idea, but I hope it'll do like a little more engagement for the fans, for the people that watch the show. Kevin, explain it to him real quick.
So here's what we're going to do. What we're doing is we're taking 2 videos. Of course, we're going to play both videos, and then you guys are going to be able to be in the comments and let us know what video you like the best. It's very simple. We're going to call it the grudge match. Very simple. So the first band we're going to be playing tonight, we're going to do that tonight. It'll be the first time. So
right out the gate, it's the first 2 videos we're going to play.
First 2 videos we're going to play. That gives you the whole episode to vote, put in the comment what band you like. So the first band is out of Moscow, Idaho. Yes, yeah. Moscow, Idaho. They're called Silent Theory. They're managed by Paul Crosby, the drummer from Saliva. And they're going to be up against a band called Eris.
Okay.
And we'll get into them a little bit, but we're going to watch the Silent Theory video first. So here you go. It's Silent Theory. It's the grudge match. Let us know which one you like the most, and you're watching the sound.
You're watching the sound. That's right. You nailed it, dude. Here we go.
Sticks and stones make shards of bone, but words cut through the surface. That's nothing compared to the acts of despair that we see go without purpose. Cut their limbs, they'll crawl with grins to find out if it's worth it. Mother, help us please, just a gentle breeze, we really don't deserve it.
There we go, and we're back.
Caught us sleeping again.
There we go.
Kinda caught us sleeping.
That is Silent Theory out of Moscow, Idaho, and that is
Sticks and Stones.
Sticks and Stones is the name of that song.
I have the intel.
That is the first song in the grudge match tonight. We're about to play the second song, which is a band out of Atlanta called Eris.
1 second here.
Go ahead.
Just to recap. So that's the first song. If you want to type in number 1 or you want to type in Silent Theory, their name, that's how you vote, and you vote right below in the comments section. That's how we're going to do this. We want to keep it super simple for you guys. That was video number 1. That was Silent Theory. If you just heard it and you liked it, just wait a second because we have number 2 coming up, right?
Number 2, the band Eris out of Atlanta. This one's called You Should Know This By Now.
We've played them on the show before.
Yes,
Yep.
and I'm
big fans of the band.
I won't be very biased on this one, but definitely check it out.
Yeah, well, we're not voting. Kevin and I aren't going to vote, so it's all up to y'all.
No, if you see like Silent Theory showed up in the comments from us.
Yep.
I was tagging the band to let them know.
That's right. That's right. We won't count that, just so you know that we are fair, honest, and we have a lot of integrity.
That's right.
All right. So this is going to be Eris. You should have known this by now. One more time for the people. They're out of what town?
Atlanta,
Georgia.
Atlanta,
and,
GA.
You're watching
The Sound.
You should know this by now. I swear to God, I'm sick of proving myself. I can't accept that I'm not enough. Oh yeah, how did it end up like this? Keep me swinging from the fences, but I've been sitting on the fence, yeah. Take another run the goal. Let's travel the road. Shit's creep without a boat. But everything flows. So why am I afraid to swim? I've been going on the deep end. God, at the end I died.
Oh shit! I hit the wrong button. Hit the wrong button. All right, boom. That was Eris. You should have known this by now.
Yes.
And
And I'm putting the links for the videos into the comments. You guys are already starting to comment on them. Which ones you're wanting. So far, a couple of votes for number 1.
Okay.
But we are going to be putting the links in there so you can replay them if you need to get another good listen to all of them.
Yeah, in case you missed it or you're watching this on the delay here, jump in the comment section, watch those videos while we're talking or whatever. And
so basically, what's going to happen is 1 or 2 is going to win.
Right.
They're going to move on to the next show.
Yep.
And we're going to put them up against somebody else.
Yeah.
So they're in the comments. You can watch them again. 1 and 2. 1 is Silent Theory. 2 is Eris. So you can definitely check them out.
Cast your vote. All right, I already kind of screwed up on the camera switch there.
That's all right.
And you already got to see who's sitting here with us today. But man, it is Hyphee. What's up, dude? What's up, man? Say hey to the people. They're right there. Yeah.
So the last time we saw Hyphee,
okay,
we were giving him the Covey Award for DJ of the Year.
Damn, I didn't even put that together.
Yeah, dude, we were all partying.
See, I pay attention, man.
Yeah, we were all partying that.
So it was a good time. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, so what happens every year whenever that kind of goes down, literally our category is like third from the last. So even if you get there for cocktail hour or don't, it's still like 3 hours into the show. So you know,
by that time you've already had a good time.
Right. So whenever that goes down, yeah, it's just like.
Matter of fact, I remember thanking all the people that were still there because I was like, y'all are our people.
Yes.
Oh, that's the rowdy crowd.
Yeah,
for
that was good shit.
Dude,
always.
So let's jump into it. We were talking earlier. Kevin and I have had a bunch of artists on here on the show before. We've had bands, we've had country artists, we've had rock artists, we've had a bunch of different artists. We've had John, who's conveniently enough hanging out over there on the side stage over there.
Sir Maybelline.
That I can remember, that's the only other DJ that we've had on the show, right? Is that correct, Kevin?
That is correct.
I hate to say something to be wrong, but we're truly ignorant in a lot of ways to a lot of things, but being a DJ is one of them, right?
Yeah.
Can you so talk to me first, like how do you get into being a DJ? Like how does that start for you?
So it was super weird for me. It really kind of all like kind of full circled, I guess. Whenever I was in like middle school and stuff, I was hustling CDs. Like whenever burnt CDs were a thing.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about Limp Bizkit earlier. I was like the what is it, chocolate starfish?
Yeah.
I was like burning CDs like that and like slinging them at school for like $5 here and there. And I was just always a big time, huge fan of music. I was even printing out like lyric sheets and like passing them out to my homies and stuff in like middle school and high school. So whenever I graduated high school and went on to play baseball and finally decided baseball just really wasn't my thing anymore, I moved home and one of my best friends was a DJ.
Okay.
And I was like, damn, dude, I love this. Like, this is dope, right up my alley. Something I definitely want to learn. And he's just like, okay. I hear this all the time. People always talk about it. No one ever comes through. And I'm like, dude, no, for real. Like, I'll come. When's your next gig? Like, I'll carry your gear to get involved and be involved and learn. And he's like, okay, let's go. So like literally we were doing like church parties and small events, weddings and stuff. And I wound up piecing together my own gear, just getting enough money together. I was doing that stuff for free. And I just wound up, I bought a deck and then I bought another deck and then I bought a mixer. And I practiced a little bit here and there. And then lo and behold, I decided to move to Hattiesburg to go to college, to go to USM to further my education. And I basically went up there with, hey, I'm a DJ.
Right.
And they're like, we don't have any DJs. Yeah. You're hired.
Nice.
So I got in with the fraternities and sororities, and I wound up going Pike, so that kind of helped out too. And then I wound up kind of moving into my first residency after I'd been kind of dabbling around with it for a little while up there.
Okay.
And Mugshots, which we have Mugshots down here now, was actually my first residency in Hattiesburg. So
Right.
yeah, man, it was a killer experience.
No shit. So you started out again, I know nothing about this. You started out with tapes, with CDs,
we
with
had
vinyl.
CDs.
What were you doing?
So I have a bunch of vinyl records, but at the time, CD players were just becoming kind of hot and new. Like I think CDJs were on like their first actual like CD player, turntable, whatever you want to call it.
So you mean CD turntables were
right?
New.
So that's whenever So we were just hustling CDs, and I was having burnt CDs, and then just like vinyl records, you were popping one out and putting the next one in, and there you go. Yeah. So and then as I was DJing, I probably had 2 or 3 years under my belt, and then Serato came out, which is your digital library where you can get a controlled CD to put in the CDJ.
Okay.
And then it will mimic what you do on the record on your computer, and that way you'll have all access to all your music and not have just like a burnt CD and have 13 records.
So it's like a blank CD that as you whatever you manipulate that blank does what your computer library does.
Yep, 100%.
Mind blown.
So there you go.
so they have that same concept for vinyl records also. So for a vinyl turntable Technique 1200, you have a controlled vinyl record that sits on the platter, and it's the same concept with the vinyl feel.
Okay.
So you can have all your music on your computer, but still have the vinyl feel.
So you're not like actually reaching down there and grabbing out the individual and bringing it and twitching it out, but you can still have your library in there. Is that right?
So you can have 50,000, whatever, however many songs you have on your library right there at your fingertips whenever you want them.
Is there different types of DJs? In other words, what limited experience that I have to it? Some of them seem to play kind of like more people that play songs in a order versus some that mix in and out and switch shit up. Like, is it?
Well, it just kind of depends, I guess. I mean, you're talking. Well, there's just so many different venues, so many different platforms. Like me, I guess I'm kind of an open format electronic DJ.
Okay.
But I do literally everything, no matter what you can come up with. I mean, I've done 50s, 60s doo-wop sets at the Bow Pool to wedding sets to straight hip-hop sets, literally everything you can imagine. But yeah, you have genre-specific DJs.
Okay.
Everything. It's like basically anything you say or do, you always think somebody's probably thought of it or heard of it, and same goes as far as DJs. Whatever you can think that any DJ has done or is, it's probably true.
Kevin's shaking his head a lot over there. Little tidbit people may or may not know. Kevin, you dabbled in the arts. Is that correct?
I dabbled is probably about as far as you're going to get on it. But yeah, I mean, I do weddings.
Right. Yeah.
So. No, I do Christmas parties.
Hey, man.
I do stuff like that. So I mean, I don't do chill at the IP or anything like that. But
not
I mean,
yet. Not yet.
No. No, I'm good. I'm happy where I'm at. Make a few quick bucks every now and then.
Right.
So
yeah, and private parties are a great time, man. I've really enjoyed them lately because I've taken more a personal relationship with the person.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So before the gig, I kind of get a feel for them, and then try to, I hear what they like, what they want to do, and I kind of run with it in my flavor,
Nice.
And I think that's one of the things that I love about watching a DJ work the crowd is you got to understand the crowd.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, you're coming in cold at the beginning of the night, and you think you know what you're going to go into, and you think you know what you're going to have, and then as the crowd goes, you have to adapt. And it's so fun to watch somebody like Hyphee and other DJs that I've seen like do the casino crowds and stuff like that when they start out the night and it's all just kind of mellow. Mm-hmm. Hey, okay, what's this crowd about to do? And then by the end of the night, everybody's jumping around drunk and just having a party.
Right. And see what's great about what you just said is a lot of people don't even understand that.
Right.
Some people will come out balls to the wall just gunning.
Right
off the jump, and then when it's actually prime time, they've delivered everything that they've already have, and they've got nothing left. So formatting and structure for me is huge. So whenever I run through new music, I'll think of this song like, okay, will I play it? Yes. When will I play it? Will I play it? Will it be an early track? Will it be a late track? Will it be kind of like one of those ones in the middle where it could go either way? Is it a sing-along? So that's the way I kind of like format my libraries is through techniques like that.
That's awesome because bands do the same thing. We were just talking Corey standing off to the side too. He just shows up for no reason as well. And we're talking set lists. I mean, bands do the same shit. Where do you want to put this song? How do you want to start out the tempo? How do you want to work the crowd? I mean, it's all part of the same shit. You left the story off with Hattiesburg residency at Mugshots, right?
Yeah, man.
So real quick for people that are listening, man, tell us about all the places that you've played down here and not in, outside of the state because that's pretty impressive, man.
Yeah. So whenever I moved home from college after I got my degree, I had an opportunity at the Chill Lounge that DJ Icy, well, is now Spicy. Funny story, Jay Brown, he goes by DJ Icy, ICEE, and I didn't really think much of it over the years. And then, sure enough, when he came back to the IP, the Slushy people actually hit him.
Wow.
I guess they
cease
seen,
and desist.
Yeah, dude, they straight up seen his. So he went to Spicy.
No, I right.
like
that. I like that story better. I'd be telling that story.
But cool. Man, I was just like, damn,
You know what he could do?
I done pissed Circle K off.
He could have dressed up like the little, what is it? Was it a polar bear that used to drink those things? Because the same thing happened to Buckethead. KFC shut him down, and he went straight up. Anyway, that's a whole different story.
Yeah, he was guitarist for Guns N' Roses.
Fucking asshole. Dude, that's the second time you made that stupid ass comment on this show, and I don't appreciate it, okay? It's a bunch of bullshit. All right, let's back to you. Man. So that pissed me off. All right, so Chill Bar. You got into Chill.
So I was at the Chill for a couple years, and then I had a few residencies at like Margaritaville. I did the outside pool. Then I moved to the Hard Rock, and then from the Hard Rock, I landed my big residency at the Beau Rivage, which that was kind of like a dream.
Right.
That was one thing that I like really wanted. Even whenever I came back home, I was like, damn, I want that gig. Whatever I need to do, I'll work for it. And it took me a few years, and I moved around, and I guess you say moved up the ranks, and
right.
I had to get people to see you and whatever. So that was a really big gig for me. But in the meantime, I linked up with a group out of Las Vegas called the Deftel DJs, and they hooked me up and sent me. I played Vegas, Miami, some bigger cities. I flew. I do Cleveland, Ohio here and there. I haven't done any East Coast stuff, which I would love to do. But let's see. Then so I've done a couple spots in LA, a couple spots in Vegas, and then I did Arizona. I did Tucson, Arizona, and then I do my rounds in New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Shreveport, Mobile.
So you've been around.
Yeah. I've kind of been around a little bit here and there, and it's been amazing. Incredible.
I've been to Vegas twice, and it's obviously slightly different than here.
Oh man, I swear.
But a DJ out there, like they have billboards, right, with their name on that shit. They bring a party. Like
not even a billboard. They have the whole casino.
Right.
The side of the casino will have Tiesto's face on it.
Right. So people go there for that guy.
Right.
It's just like a band. I mean,
exactly.
Because it's different here. It's not quite that level yet here, right?
Right. It's so funny. Whenever I went to Vegas for my first time, I came back home and somebody was like, "Oh, Biloxi's just a small Vegas," and I'm like, no. I'm like, don't get me wrong.
Right.
We have our perks and our great stuff going on, but they're just bigger by 50.
It's a whole different level.
Right.
I mean, it's just we're probably level 2, 3. They're turning it up to 11.
Easy.
So I mean,
no doubt.
Right. But yeah, every experience out there, man, has been insane.
All right, so let's jump into some of your music.
Right.
And when we come back, I want you to explain to me the transition between being a DJ and then into making your own music, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go into your first song here, Kevin. I think you have it pulled up on the set list here.
I do. Bando.
Is that it right there?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I can't read well. Do you want to just?
Yeah,
give us a little tidbit on this real quick.
This is me and one of my basically my kid brother Taboo out of Jackson, Mississippi, which now lives in New Orleans, called Bando. He's blowing up right now. He's probably one of the hottest DJs, up and coming DJs in the country as we speak. And I sent him this idea, and he ran with it, and it got picked up by a solid label. It's about to hit 100,000 plays in I guess 6 months. Which on SoundCloud these days is very tough to do.
Yeah.
So it's a great record. The crowd goes wild. Like literally every time I drop it, he drops it too. It's definitely a fan favorite.
Awesome, dude. All right, and so this is Hyphee, and you're watching
The Sound.
I would like to begin with a poem in old-fashioned meter. Be good to us, and we'll be good to
All right.
Damn.
So, yeah.
Damn.
Sorry. So the first video that was Hyphee. That was
Yes.
his thing. We're gonna talk to him in just a second about how he makes that and how that whole thing happens. The last video, that last song that you just heard, that was actually Ronnie from Stereo Hype,
Yes.
the bass player. Ronnie,
The bass player from Stereo
was
Hype.
on the show.
That
What?
was his stuff right there.
2 episodes ago.
Yeah,
I
a
think?
couple episodes ago.
So if you dug that, man, jump down in there in the comments section. Let him know you liked it. Real quick reminder, we did a new thing on the show. If you're just tuning in, we did a new thing tonight. We're doing a grudge match. I think Kevin deemed it. The first 2 videos that we played tonight, they're going head to head. It's up to you to vote for them, the first band or the second band. Either leave a 1 or 2, their name, whichever, however you want to vote. Kevin has posted links.
Scroll back into the comments. Silent Theory and Eris. Silent Theory is band number 1. Eris is band number 2. And the guys from Eris did actually make a comment saying thanks for letting them be a part of the show.
Absolutely, man. We love your music. We've been listening to it for a very long time. And the voting's going to end at the end of the show. Didn't we agree on that?
Yes, end of the show.
End of the show. So we'll go back and tally it up.
Whoever wins at the end of the show moves on to the next show.
Boom. All right. So look, we're back with Hyphee. What's up, dude?
Yo.
Yeah. All right. So look, you painted that whole backstory on how you got started into music, Hattiesburg, back down to the coast. Yeah, boom. Blasted through the chill, blasted through Roberta Vibes.
Yeah, we ran through some spots for sure.
Vegas, East Coast, the whole 9. All right. How do you take it from? Let me ask you like this. When did it start, and how do you take it from playing other people's music to making your own?
Right.
Which is what we just played.
So I guess probably like 4 or 5 years ago, I was just noticing producers were coming up big, like real big.
Okay.
And really hot. And I don't really come from a music background. I didn't play in the band whenever I grew up. I really had no idea what I was doing. As far as music, I knew I loved music, but I didn't know like really the ins and outs of what music really is.
The creative side.
Right, exactly. Right. And like I said, I love it to death. It's my passion. It's my life.
Right.
So why not try to have as much knowledge about it and be able to do as much as you possibly can in a creative way. So I started making I got my first bootleg copy of Ableton, which is your production software. And I just started making some edits. I was making some fun edits and stuff, just copying and pasting, basically. Like I would take 2 remixes of the same song and basically chop them together, and that way I'd have like one kind of edit for what I wanted. Or we make like hype intros. So you'll take the instrumental, put it on the front of the track, put some different vocal chops in there and stuff. Just kind of make it a little more fun and kind of give it a little more flavor, and just make it your own, basically. And so as I was kind of progressing with that, then lo and behold, it migrated into me learning how to produce my own stuff. And I just kind of ran with it, and I realized that if I didn't start producing, that just being a DJ I was going to get left behind.
Okay.
And no disrespect to the local scene and the culture, but I wasn't thinking local. I'm thinking in the regional, national level.
That's not disrespect. That's that's goals.
And I just knew that just playing here was never going to get me to that pedestal that I wanted to essentially be on. And I'm still working towards it today. Granted, I've had some great things happen. I've had huge support from the Chainsmokers, Diplo, Skrillex, some big boys, and I'm working on some remixes for MGK right now. And I've done some for Wiz Khalifa, but I just knew that I needed to do something different, and just so happened that here we are.
All right,
I'm gonna ask. Do you know who MGK is?
I know it's a rapper.
Okay.
Yeah,
you're getting there.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what
he played Tommy Lee in the Dirt.
Oh, Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Dude,
putting you on the spot, man.
Great movie.
No, I thought that was him, but that was like it would be MGK, wouldn't it?
MGK.
Yeah, I thought you said MJ. Okay, yeah, MGK. Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I know his. He did a great job in that movie.
Dude,
by
he really
the way.
did. That whole movie was amazing.
And that whole beef with him and Eminem actually produced really good music. I thought. Some of the best thing I've ever heard of his content that I've listened to.
And I've never been like a really big fan of his, to be quite honest. But recently I've fell in love, man. Well, I love his stuff.
I went back and tried to listen to some of his other stuff, and I wasn't a huge fan of that. But the two tracks that he put out, I think that was one. Did he only do one? I think he only did one. I don't think he did a rebuttal to Eminem's.
No,
no.
They
Yeah. He did Rap Devil.
But he did one. He did one that it was a freestyle that he did on some radio show in L.A.
I saw that.
Holy crap! I mean, and it was like 3.5 minutes of just freestyling.
Yep.
And
he
was so good.
So good shit.
So like I said, I played in Cleveland, Ohio, and I linked up with a guy out there named DJ EV. Well, EV is in MGK's camp.
Okay.
And I've been working with him lately, and he's been shooting me stems to MGK's records. I've got one remix done for the album's actually called El Diablo, and that's the one I remixed. And I'm working on one right now. He's got one with Travis Barker right now and Youngblood called I Think I'm Okay. I don't know if you've heard it.
No.
Amazing.
But I tell you what,
good record.
I've been into Travis Barker and what he's done with the rap community since the MySpace days.
He's insane,
dude, he used to be on my MySpace page. That's
that's
how old I am, people. That all the shit, he is so badass.
He's so good, man.
He's badass.
And not only is he a great artist, but he brings people together and they make just beautiful music, and it's amazing. You'll have to check it out. I Think I'm Okay, MGK, Youngblood, and Travis Barker, dude. It's just a great record.
I've got one more question on the creation side of things for you. When you started out, you said taking remixes, chopping them up, putting intro vocals and splicing, paste, slicing it. Is that when you made that last song that we just listened to? Is that what you're still doing now? Or are you into like keyboard samples and the whole creative?
The whole thing.
Okay.
Whole thing. We're wide open right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still learning as far as like the actual playing is concerned. I'm still kind of basically teaching myself.
Right.
Chords and the structure and a little bit of music theory that I don't really know.
But you got the ear though. That's what matters, right?
See,
you know the library, right?
And so like a lot of my original stuff is some sampling and some playing and just getting down and just
sweet, dude.
finding what we can and running with it. So
we were talking in the break about maybe getting some shit going together and throwing some kick-ass parties, man.
You already know.
I'm ready to let that go. Let's let people know.
The coast needs it.
Yeah.
So, coming soon, The Sound and DJ Hyphee, we're going to throw some events here pretty soon.
From episode 1, we talked about we're all inclusive.
I just tagged Ryan.
Cool.
I'll bring Ryan into this.
Yeah, we're all inclusive. We love all. We're rock oriented. We lean heavy to hard rock and shit. But you know what? I know country dudes that love rock.
Right.
I know guys like you love rock.
Absolutely.
We like instrumental stuff. It's all one big drug addiction when it comes to music. So. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
but
100%.
We thanks for coming out tonight, dude.
Thank you.
Taking the time to come and chat with us. That's awesome. All right, we'll jump into that real quick. Kevin's pointing at me. I want to know real quick for everybody that's listening where they can find all your music, where they can find you, where they can find your shows.
Right.
What's the easiest way?
So basically any platform, Hyphee, Hyphee, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Get Hyphee, for all those. And then you can catch me at the IP this Saturday. Friday is my birthday, by the way.
Oh,
yes.
Happy early birthday,
you know what?
man.
Hold on. We were gonna get you a cake.
We did,
but I forgot to get you a cake.
Show it to the camera.
Hey,
birthday cake bash bang. So there's your birthday present.
Nice.
Thank you. Yeah, greatly appreciate it.
It's hot as shit, so don't probably don't drink it right now. But
we'll throw some vodka in there.
There you go. Nice. It won't even matter.
So I have chill Saturday. I've got the bow pool Sunday, Monday. And then I've got a huge EDM show at Republic in New Orleans.
I was gonna. I meant to bring that
up. And then I didn't even tell you. I've also been writing. So we have Play Ball TV that airs on WXXV, I believe. It's a reality baseball show that me and my buddy Wes Martin wrote the intro song for the TV show.
Oh, okay,
and he's the actual producer.
Awesome.
For the show. And then I did their theme song for Find Your Outdoors also for those guys. So it's been really cool. I'm like kind of getting into the jingle world too.
Dude,
so,
hey,
you know,
write a double mint commercial, right?
Dude,
big payday on that
shit.
Mentos.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, dude, again, thanks so much for coming out, dude. Taking the time. Yep. Go look him up, guys. He's all over the internet. You can find him. Request him for a private party, right? You'll come in.
Anything. I do all events, weddings, birthday parties.
Join his group on Facebook, Hyphee Nation.
Okay,
Hyphee Nation.
Awesome, dude.
Bar mitzvahs.
Love it. Thanks again. People, stay tuned. Make sure you vote. like we said, the first 2 videos that we led out of the gate tonight. It's our first ever grudge match tonight. We're going to see who comes out victorious.
Yes.
They're going to go on next week to fight a new challenger. We got Scott Keller standing in the wings back there. You can't see him, but his beautiful face is here. Corey looks pissed off, but he's drinking something in a cup.
He'll be happy in a minute.
We might get him to come out and talk about Freds for Pets and how he's trying to steal my job and overall whatever. Yeah. Let's jump into a song. What are we doing here?
This is Hyphee's second song. Juice.
Oh shit.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say.
That's why I was pointing at you. We got another song to go.
I thought I was gonna be like, oh, we're playing a song from Saliva. That's awesome.
No. This is Juice. Tell us a little bit about that.
This one was really cool. I did this with another producer out of New Orleans. He sent me the idea. Thought it was killer. I sent it out to some guys whenever we were finished. I knew the Chainsmokers downloaded it. I was literally sitting at home on my phone watching a movie or something. I flipped over to watch the live stream. Sure enough, I hear these snares come in. Literally 10 seconds later, I'm in tears. Chainsmokers dropped it at their closing set at Ultra and probably in front of 30,000, 40,000 people. I don't know.
Jesus.
It was insane. So, yeah, here you go, man. I hope y'all guys enjoyed it. It's called Juice.
And you're watching
The Sound.
You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. Okay, I got the juice. Man, you're such a man.
All right, we always get confused. Is it a breakdown in the song, or is it the
end of the
Yeah.
song?
So the first time we thought it was the end, it was a breakdown, and then the actual end almost snuck up on us.
So that is a band called Awaken the Giant out of Houston, Texas. And for those of you that came and saw our throwdown in June, you might recognize the bass player from that band. That is also the bass player for the band Kingdom Collapse.
Tag him in the fucking conversation.
Yes,
Yeah.
I will tag him.
Unintelligently enough, we're going to wait till this far into the show to mention the fact that we're selling local band love T-shirts, right?
Yes.
We have some pre-orders available until August the 31st. They are $15 right now. They will feature this logo on the front, not this big. It's going to be just on the pocket. On the back, not this big. Exactly. Story of my life. On the back, it's going to be all of the local bands, and some of them I think even are a little. We consider everybody local.
Well,
right?
but yeah,
we got some Mobile people.
If they come over here and spend some time with us and show us some love, like the Helvetica Effect's going to be on there, Pardon the Scars is on there.
That's right. They're part of the family.
Hyphee's going to be on there. Not only that, but if you would like to be on the shirt as a sponsor, we are selling sponsorships on the sleeve for the shirt for $50.
Yep.
Pretty cheap to get your name out on a bunch of shirts that are going to be worn.
That's right. You can get that shirt at thesound228.com.
Yes.
Go right onto our shop section and purchase it right now, $15 per shirt until the 31st, and it goes up to $20. All the proceeds from that shirt, people might be wondering. I thought about that. Maybe they're wondering what the hell we're going to do with that money. We're going to continue to fund this show because it's not cheap. We have rent here. We got all this gear that we had to buy. And we're kind of floundering right now, and we need your help.
Yes.
So buy a damn T-shirt.
Please buy a shirt. I'm gonna put a link in the comments if you want to go buy a shirt. So
drop that down, and don't forget to vote. Anyway, look, more importantly, right now than all that other shit that we were just talking about, it's always a great show whenever Scott Keller slides into the last segment of the show.
He slides into our DMs.
And right now, sitting here at the table, Scott Keller.
I found you.
Scott.
I found the new building.
He found it. We tried to hide from him. We moved the place,
escape.
And he still found us. And we're damn glad, happy that he is.
It's nice. I like it.
You do you?
Yeah, it's a cool spot.
Okay.
So need some.
We're still working.
Yeah,
we're still
some
working.
records,
Don't be
yeah.
too judgy right out the gate.
It is a work in
It's
progress.
a work in progress. Anthony
No, it's
Patalo from the Pop Nutshell podcast has done all of our decorative stuff here. He's like a little in-house designer, you know. And we're super happy with what we got so far. So he's gonna continue to help us out there because Kevin and I are too stupid to do that.
Yeah, I mean we can't do nothing.
Scott,
Yeah.
What's going on with you? What's going on with the Gulf Coast music scene? Please enlighten us,
All
sir.
right. I got a couple things I can mention. First off, though, I don't know if you mentioned it or not, but I ran into Kevin the other night out at the Helvetica
I'm
Effect
sorry.
show. Did you guys?
Right? What the hell?
We briefly talked about that.
Jesus.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah,
I just was going to say it was a badass show, but unfortunately, I missed the first two bands. I know, was it Jupiter Pilot?
Jupiter Pilot and Push.
Was everything great?
No, I missed Push.
Okay.
Unfortunately, but from what I understood, it was their very first show.
Yep.
But apparently put on one hell of a show.
Cool.
Jupiter Pilot. The best thing about the hotspot is, even if you're standing outside in a conversation, you can still hear the bands really, really well. So I got there when their new single Pilot they just started playing that.
Okay.
So I got to hear about the last 3 or 4 of their songs, and then of course the Helvetica Effect.
I tell you, the hotspot is staying. I mean, the bands are coming through the hotspot. Like it's really been happening there this summer and up through the rest of the year. There's a lot of cool shows happening there.
Real quick, Kirk, man, thank you for what you're doing out there. Kevin and I would talked about that many a times. We're glad to have you back. We would have loved to have done something like that. We just kind of can't, and we're glad you're out there doing it. So I know, right, coming from you, like you appreciate that shit. Have an actual place to play.
He's got bands almost every week.
Yeah.
I mean, right now they're booked up. It's
well,
awesome.
And that's the one thing that I was looking at when I was there, and we were talking about writing a little piece on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's for everybody.
Yep.
I mean, if you look, I mean, he's got karaoke there. He's had some hip hop artists come in there and do some karaoke and stuff like that. And Grant, I think, is running his karaoke. Then of course the bands. He's got his band, The Blend. They do a jam session on Friday nights.
The Blend.
So I mean, it's a good time.
The Blend is really cool as well. I haven't seen them in a while. But
Michael Sanders says it was a stupid good first show for Push.
Good.
Nice.
Stupid good. And I edited that. Just so you know. Stupid good.
All right. So what's up? Tell us with the local rock news.
Local rock news. How about a little bit of country?
Yeah, hell yeah.
A little country.
Whatever. Yeah,
so our upcoming featured artist in the Coast Observer is one that I met through you guys, Retha Pittman.
Yes. Yes. Retha.
Yeah. So so if you saw Retha on the Sound a couple of months ago, we've got her featured in the upcoming Coast Observer. So you can follow up with her again there and learn a little bit more there. And then also our old friend Hugh Humphrey is in the current in the August.
Yes, Hugh.
Tell me a little bit about that, because I know he's been out there. He's playing by himself. Do I have that right?
He's doing a solo thing right now.
Yeah, the Julep Room and stuff.
Yeah, and he's got like 4. Me and Chastity actually went and caught him at the Julep Room. He kind of threw a last minute thing together and had I think he's got like 4 hours worth of covers and originals. And Hugh's got a good strong voice.
Mm-hmm.
He pulled it off. He killed it. Killer show.
Is he doing acoustic? Is him acoustic?
Yeah, it's acoustic. He's got a little loop pedal going on, singing over everything, and I'm sure y'all should interview him about that.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah, that's cool as shit though. I like that.
Yeah, it was really cool, and I was actually really excited to see Hugh back out playing again.
Absolutely.
So our interior designer Anthony said, Scott,
hey,
I have some killer pictures of you at Frets for Pets.
Nice.
So
Cool.
I guess he's got those. And
We'll
plaster a wall.
It says that's weird. Oddly enough, it says you were in the bathroom, so I don't know what he was doing photography there, but he's got them. So.
Okay. Well, hey. Well, we'll see.
Ronnie, thank you for tagging Hugh in that in the comments. Appreciate that.
Yeah, that's Kevin's job, but he shit the bed on that one apparently. What else you got for us? I know you got some shit.
Yeah, on the rock side, I'll be helping promote the Blood Moon Music Fest in October.
Yes.
And I know you guys had announced about that a little while back. Killer bands, Wildfire Ventress, Kane, Lunatype.
I think they're supposed to be coming on the show and talking about that show,
yes.
correct?
I think we're going to have them on sometime in September as soon as we lock down the dates.
Hopefully the end of September, so it'll be right before, or early October, so it'll be right before that actual show hits off. I went to the one last year. It was cool as shit.
It was. Yeah, I remember seeing you there.
Yep. I think they moved the venue. I think we talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's fun, man. It was a good turnout for the number one, man. Number one out the gate's always hard. It was good.
Yeah, different venue, and they had the decorations were really cool there.
Yep.
Fun show. Great group of people doing that. So looking forward to that one again. I do remember seeing you there. You're like, hey, man, we got this idea about a podcast.
Yeah.
Hey,
ta-da!
Right, yeah.
But I was.
There you have it.
Yeah. I was. I heard you doing some kick-ass shit in October. Did I skip too far ahead?
No, we've got a couple of. We got 2 shows.
He's
in
not
October.
all here. It's all good.
No, you're working with some really cool guys on co-promotion on a show you set up in October. You don't really know what I'm talking about? I'm dropping hints here. The acoustic night.
The acoustic night. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I lost my dates. I lost my
Holy
dates.
shit.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, that's
Show
fine.
Dude,
over.
All I
Show
do,
over.
I make the Facebook event and then I check out.
I
I'm
understand,
done.
I
dude. I
get
get
it.
it.
We
I
get it. We get it.
Because we do it
Yeah.
all the time too. I won't even mention shit unless I know he's got it pulled up on the computer with all the shit on it.
Yeah,
So I know, I get it.
absolutely, man.
Yeah.
All right. Gulf Coast Unplugged.
Yep.
Yeah, October 12th at Crooked Letter Brewing. Got 5 bands in the bill.
That's
Rock
gonna be
bands,
fun, dude.
yeah.
That's gonna be a
And-
fun time.
So speaking
For
of
sure.
Crooked Letter, I do want to bring up that even though Paul is no longer living on the Gulf Coast, Crooked Letter is open for business.
Yeah, I did read that.
I see.
post.
I see him keep
Yeah.
having to post that. Crooked Letter's open for business. Go by there and have a drink.
Yep. And I always know going out of order makes a ton of sense. That's really how you keep people engaged and how you keep them in line and communicate a clear message. But we're also little Dave from
Mhm.
Toronto's reached out to us
Yes.
and wanted to put on a thing, and we're doing that in September too.
The Jam Room reunion.
That's gonna be. I got a feeling that's gonna be cool as shit.
I think so. I'm
It-
hoping so.
No cover, no format, no rules, just total anarchy.
So that's what it was.
So normal, just a normal thing. Yeah, a normal jam.
Are we
room.
gonna have the I Survived the Jam Room T-shirts?
I hope so. But
Hey,
seriously,
that's
any
a good
music-
idea.
What what I would really like to have from that is it's
A
like
beer,
I can do that
a
anyway.
Jaeger.
People that used to play there, people that used to hang out there, and then maybe there's some new up and coming people that want to just come out and get introduced to the old the old guys that's on the scene, right? And maybe they're
Yeah.
looking for a band. Maybe you're looking to debut like this cool riff you've been playing in your room for 2 months, and you don't know how to get out there and meet people. Like, come on out and hang out.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be super cool. It'd be a learning experience.
That's
for
right.
Sure. I don't know. I guess you guys are.
We're shooting
I
from
know
the hip,
about
bro.
as much as
We're shooting from the
I
hip.
don't know.
All right, yeah, it's
I don't know.
it's low key on the production
So
on that one, but it's gonna be the shit. I got a feeling.
yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Should be. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, just getting together, getting everybody together,
Oh, for sure.
just that group.
Yep.
If not that group, the group plus the new group.
What
So-
anything else for us?
Oh, just to hit back to the Gulf Coast Unplugged that I so conveniently forgot.
I didn't mean to
about.
put you out there. I really
No,
thought you were gonna go.
Yeah, there was the lineup on that is Silent Trust, Project 9, Love the Hate, Lunatype, and Party at the Moon Tower. And
Yes.
if you remember, obviously other stuff like MTV Unplugged or anything like that, we're going
Right.
for that kind of vibe. It's going to be,
You got candles? We're
I
getting
don't
candles. I'll get them. Don't worry about
Okay.
it. Don't worry about it. I'll get
Cool.
them. Yep.
All right,
I'll
so
get
we're
candles.
taken care
all
of.
right, so we're
We'll
gonna
have
have candles.
Have candles.
We're gonna have candles.
Yep.
Maybe some punch, some pie. or,
What
some-
else did they have? Drapes. I
Ronnie,
don't know that I get
Ronnie
drapes.
says he'll be there.
Should
All
we
right,
put
cool.
the candles probably not near
There's
the
the
drapes?
drapes.
No,
As long as the
come
candles
on.
match the drapes.
That's so fun.
But so you're gonna have a bunch of really cool rock bands from around here, stripped down, no full drum sets, acoustic guitars,
Stripped
no
down
djembe.
acoustically.
Right. Yeah.
Or
Just depends on how much they drink.
It's gonna be
Fun.
it's
the
gonna
sound. The sound is gonna be there. We're gonna be there. All the bands are gonna be there. You're gonna be there. Whoever's
Are we
watching
broadcasting
us.
live?
I think you
we'll
should.
figure something out. These live events we've noticed are a little
I
slightly
might want to get that
different.
night off.
Okay.
But always a pleasure stopping by.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Giving us
Thank you for
giving
having
us
me.
The rundown here and
Ronnie said he'll be there.
good.
If y'all
yeah.
didn't hear me say that.
Ronnie Hyphee wants to link
Yes.
up. He said that he liked
Ronnie.
what you were doing.
He loved your stuff. He wants to hook up with you and do some stuff together.
If you're watching and you're not in one of our Facebook groups, man, if you're a musician, we have this what is it? The Sound Musicians Facebook group.
Yes.
It's a networking tool. If you're looking to be in a band, you are in a band, you want to promote your shows, you want to look for a bass player or a drummer or a singer or whatever, jump in that one. We'll let you in. If you're just a fan of music and a fan of the show, we have the Fans of the Sound. That one's general admission. Everyone gets in. Jump in there, start a conversation, ask some questions, tell us what you hate about us, tell us what you love about us, tell us your favorite band, just whatever. Let's get some chatter going. What
and
do we have next?
I want to thank Anthony for being the only one that noticed the damn shirt.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He said I get the shirt of the year.
Do that again. Do that again real quick.
I get to win I won a new phone charger. How about that shit? What an ass.
Nice, nice. Flair Savage 92. There you go.
Nice.
I like that. I can get on a ticket like that. That would be great.
Yeah, that'd be good stuff.
Who's up next, Kevin, on the music here?
As a matter of fact, it's a band called Anthems. The song is called Moments.
Oh wait,
and-
wait. I gotta have myself for 1 second. Scott, thanks for
Yeah.
coming in. Tell us do some Project 9 plugs here for us, please. Or some the other
Yeah.
project.
Foo Nighters.
Foo Nighters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a couple of Project 9 members plus Derek and Kevin and Mason, and so we're going to be playing Halloween night at the Hot Spot that Thursday night, October 31st. Project 9 and the Foo Nighters. Project 9's got a headlining show at the Celtic on October 4th, and we're currently recording and working on some new stuff.
Awesome.
So we'll talk more about that later.
Yes.
But we're there, we're doing it, and both bands are really actually exciting right now.
Awesome, dude, man, that's cool to hear. Like, it's new music? Can you speak
that
on
we're
that?
Recording?
Yeah, new music.
We are doing one cover song
Okay.
and one new original to start with, and then we have other ones coming up behind that.
Sweet,
other new
sweet.
originals.
I'm looking forward to it, my man. Looking forward to it.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Go check him out on the interwebs. He's all over the place. All right, now Kevin, do that intro cool thing you do again real quick.
Okay, so the band is called Anthems. The song is called Moments. They are, and when we started this, that we were going to try to feature everything from outside of the area as well, so people see what's going on around the world, the United States. This band's from Prague. They're called Anthems. Check it out. You're watching The Sound.
Boom.
right, Jared.
I got
Get
it.
it right, Jared.
I got it. Everything. All the pressure's always on me. Dude, I think we've had a great show
Violent
tonight.
9 is who that band was.
Killer.
They're out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, which is the same area that Breaking Benjamin's out of.
And Jesus.
So
Yeah, I said Jesus. I was totally wrong. I read the book wrong.
Jesus.
All right, real quick before we jump to this last guest.
Woo!
Boom.
The John Leguizamo movie?
Nice.
We introed a new feature into the show tonight.
We did.
We called it the Grudge Match. We tried to make it simple, straightforward. We had two people who didn't get that quite right, but anyway, nevertheless, the voting went on between the first two videos that we played tonight, and it looks like the winner has came out to be based on the comment section of the original Facebook feed of the sound.
Yes.
Drum roll.
Silent Theory, band number 1.
Boom. Band number
is
1.
the winner of the grudge match tonight. We will wrap up the show with their video again, and then, of course, they'll move on, and we'll pick somebody else to go up against them in the next episode.
So next week, or next
Dr.
episode,
Dre, the
excuse
next
me,
episode.
next episode, there will be on versus a new challenger.
Yes.
We're coming up with creative ways to pick the new challenger. So congratulations, guys. Yeah, we are. The new
Creative
challenger.
way. I mean, just
Well, we can vote for it, or we can just pick it ourselves. I
We
don't
saw
know.
it once and we're like, this will work.
Damn.
This annoying voice here that you
Hi.
hear coming out that you haven't seen the face of yet is none other than Corey Redcap. Corey, speak to the people.
Hey, people.
How often do you even wear your red cap anymore?
I have a red top hat that I purchased for a photo shoot we were supposed to do and never happened.
That was supposed to be a big secret, but
Well, it didn't happen, so it ain't a secret.
I thought you were getting it for the. Never mind. Anyway,
Well,
listen. Who is that nice
we're
young
into some
lady?
weird
Who's that
stuff.
nice young lady that's on your T-shirt tonight?
Well, it's Brittany, bitch.
Brittany, bitch.
You know, you're the second person to wear a Britney Spears T-shirt on the show.
I'm hoping that you're the first.
I am the first.
Yeah, man.
Hey, listen. I think she's from Mississippi, isn't she?
I don't know.
I think she is.
Louisiana.
I honestly never cared for
That's
her,
right.
but my sister does,
Louisiana.
so I
That's
bought it.
true. She's
She probably came over here twice.
she's a classy broad.
Yeah, I liked her better when she shaved her head and went crazy.
Corey.
Believe it or not, you ready for this? You're gonna think I'm lying, but swear to God, Britney Spears and her mother hung out at Thunder's Tavern.
While you were there?
Not while I was there, but they came. She did a
I
show.
think everybody's at least been to it.
She did a show at the Coliseum. Her mom is friends with Thunder
Okay.
and went to visit Thunder and took Britney
And
with
he
her.
probably didn't pay.
That's a
him.
nice little tidbit of information
Yeah.
that I was not aware of. Corey, let's
What?
talk about you trying to replace me on the show here. And
You talking about when I was Jared Seymour at Frets for Pets? I had
Yes.
a blast. Me and Kevin did a good job. It was a little
Seymour
rocky.
Scott. Seymour
yeah,
J. Scott.
Yeah, J. Moore C. Scott, 794 at.
you were Jay Morrissey Scott?
I was whatever I could come up
Yes.
with at the time.
All right, I like
I
it.
had a blast. It was fun.
You do a good job. It was awesome.
Dimitri still, that's such a killer thing that he.
Yeah,
Dude, the
birth.
Frets for Pets. I mean, the whole event.
Yeah.
Outside of oh my God, the raffles took forever.
Yeah.
There was
There was a
so
ton.
much stuff.
But I mean, good problem to have.
yeah,
Right.
no, it's
You
a
know what I
great
mean?
problem to have, and I won.
Yeah. Plus the weather.
Well, I didn't win.
With the weather that
Michelle
first day,
won,
and they still
so.
had a good. I mean, dude, it
Yeah.
was solid, man.
Yeah,
That was
it was
cool.
a little sprinkly.
Anytime it
wasn't
rains and people, they still showed up. That big ass Tito's tent was looking dope.
Yeah. Did you drink any Tito's during that
Nah,
event?
I didn't.
No? All right.
Still
So,
clear for me. But the people were nice.
are you still not on Facebook?
I am still not on Facebook.
Why?
I'm
So
not on
explain
Twitter.
explain
I'm not-
that.
So-
Explain that to the people.
My favorite books are picture books, so Instagram is very relatable for me.
You have to reach it. You just look at the pictures.
Yeah, and you only have a minute to annoy me. You know what I mean?
That's the best defense that I've heard.
It's the
you
only
give.
one I got.
Yeah,
You know?
that was good. Yeah, so you're on Instagram. If somebody wanted to look you up on Instagram, is it redcaps. What is it?
No, it's at Dark South Corey.
What's the story behind that?
It's-
We were doing video games and murdering internet people.
So
So that
you're-
was our group was Dark South.
Okay, so you're Dark South Corey. So now you just
Yeah.
kind of branded with
It
that.
used to be Corey Hates You All, but I started catching some flack for that. So
Okay. What do you got coming up big in your life right now?
I'm probably gonna sleep later.
Okay.
And then I got work tomorrow.
All right. So
I've been playing guitar and recording at my house though. Don't tell anybody.
I like that. I've seen that. We shared
Yeah, it
some
was fun.
stuff.
We just released the Thelma EP
Really?
from 2011. We recorded it. I'm only saying this because Jared made me record my solos 9,000 times.
Well, you got to get it right.
So is he anal when it comes to the recording
It's
process?
in a good way, and the cool thing about those songs was that was my first extended studio type of experience. So to have Jared sitting there going like, "You're playing that like shit," and I'm like, "I know."
I don't think I really said it like
You
that.
did. That was a quote, but it stuck with me. But
Okay.
no, but
Maybe I
it
did.
was more. It taught me, and now that I'm I hear it and I'm like, damn, I'm really glad Jared was a dick because it that's probably the best I've ever played that. You know what I mean?
Solo on Masquerade is legit. And I will say,
and the way it transitioned from me to Donnie going straight, dude, it was just like you can hear it in the jam room all day. And I was always fuck recording. Let's play live because I just like to destroy stuff. But when you actually hear it, you're like, damn, dude, that's me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I want to go on the record and just say that the only reason I know about I don't think I said it like that. I think you ad-libbed.
No, that was it. That was
but it's only because I have done some shitty takes.
Yeah, no,
in the studio.
No, absolutely. But it's
shitty
to have someone sitting over you going, "You're not doing that right," and it's like, "Yeah, no, you're not," and it's like, "Okay," and then look what came out of it. I'll take that all day long.
Well,
Plus,
we're all sitting here talking like we know what the hell we're talking about, but some of those, for those of you that don't know that are new to the music scene or whatever, these guys were in a band called Falls from Grace.
I joined it,
and they just they had some recordings that they hadn't released yet.
Yeah,
they've just released them out on all the streaming services. The Thelma EP.
Yes.
Look for it. You'll see the crappy van.
Oh my god, dude! Jesus. I can smell that picture.
Yeah, there's we're eventually gonna have Donnie and Corey and J
man, I
Bob
would love to
come in and do hopefully like a spot on that album. It just hasn't happened yet, but yeah, it's out there.
So,
it's on Spotify.
Let me ask you this: if we do if we do that, if we have him and Donnie and J Bob, can we get Mikey in?
Yes,
Mikey will come. And can we get Ryan too?
Who?
Wasn't Ryan your original drummer?
No, it was
I don't know.
Who was your original drummer?
Matt Smith.
Oh, Matt Smith. Yeah. He was on the record.
Yep. On the he was on a couple takes.
Couple tracks.
Yeah, Matt Smith.
Jared said, "Learn these songs."
We can. We'll do a little.
That's how that whole thing.
That'd be kind of cool, just to kind of take you from the beginning to where you're at now to
the downward spiral.
Who knows what's going to be happening in the near future?
All the way to the
if anything,
to the big ass nachos.
Look, that's some of the most fun I had was me and Donnie dicking off at Seneca, man. Shout out to Seneca for providing that.
I don't even know that story.
We did.
We were getting ready for the Crawfish Festival.
Yep.
And Donnie, or I think it was Chris that said, "Man, let's just shoot like a quick."
This was way pre live streaming.
Oh yeah. He was like, "Let's just shoot like a quick little thing to promote y'all playing the Crawfish Festival." And me and Donnie legitimately ad-libbed that. There were so many outtakes where we were playing like Kenny G and Donnie couldn't hold a straight face. I remember it like it was yesterday.
It was Kenny G in the background. Yep. It was. He
had a Maxim, I think. Yeah. But it was upside down because he was just trying not to laugh.
Corey started rattling off some shit. He said something about getting some big ass nachos.
Well, because we had went to the weekend before, and I remember Donnie's son, who was this tall then, but he's like 9 foot now. But he was such a small kid, and he had this huge ass plate of nachos, and it was just like, that's when we were trying to bring up why to come out there. I mean, as you can see, the nachos were kind of stuck to my mind.
How's the home recording? You digging that? Learning?
I'm learning. It's very difficult, but it's fun. Like I'm now that I actually have a good setup at the house, which you saw. We went all orange, so I got my tone I finally was looking for, and it's being able to run it through and actually hear it back, which after you left, I figured out how to play it through all my stuff. So, of course.
It's a learning curve, though.
Well, man. The drinking probably doesn't help, but it's life.
Also true. That's what I liked about talking to Hyphee tonight, man. I mean, it's a learning process.
Absolutely.
Process. You have to, you're not going to start out being the best at it.
And I can go through the box to where, like, if I wake up at 2-3 in the morning, because I stay up pretty late now.
Yep.
I usually go to bed about 7:30, 8 in the morning. So, like, if I get an idea, I can go down there and plug everything up and just work. You got to think I wake up at 2 every day, though.
Yeah.
I'm pretty useless. Like, you go listen to Falls from Grace, dude. The Thelma EP, please.
That's right.
It's the first band I was ever in, fun fact, that actually had a recording I have owned.
There you go. It's on Spotify.
Yeah.
It's on
Tag it on your Instagram. Have a crappy day and post a picture of your hangover and use 12-gauge facelift as the music.
What was the name of that drink y'all always had around? Diesel, octane, or something
Cremation. Cremation. So this was a secret concoction by Brian at the Continental that I accidentally watched him make one time, and he got super mad about that and told me I could never make it. But I used to make it.
Brian Gillespie, man.
Brian Gillespie. If I remember right, hold on. If I remember right, me and Tony Pettigene outside of the
back porch. God damn it! My parents still live in that house, and there's a lady that bought that house, and I always look over there. I'm like, such a waste, man. We used to get fucking trashed.
Dude. I never put it together.
I woke up with red hair one morning.
I never put it together.
I was drinking one evening there, And instead of just being a normal human being and walking out the front door to go home, I decided to jump the 2 neighbors' fences. Well, I woke up in my parents' backyard with my shirt ripped and still attached to the fence. So I guess when I climbed, I fell I had ripped my shirt and I just passed out in the yard.
If you had to give a number, guess how many times you think that was what number is that of disappointments to your father?
Oh, dude, it's pretty low on the list. I mean,
low?
Yeah, July 9th, 1986 was the first one.
When you were born?
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
So from there,
then he had to name me. That sucked.
You did that, you think it was like the 50th time you disappointed your father as a son, or the 100th?
How old was I back then? Probably 24.
Yeah.
I'm
guessing it's in the thousands.
It's probably he's up there. I just saw him tonight and he was just like, God damn it, why are you here?
Right.
So.
Right.
No.
At least you understand.
Now, my parents, that's one thing I will give both of my parents. They were always super behind the music part. Like, they were big on that. So that was really cool to have that. Like, that, I told everybody that's why I never got famous, because my parents actually liked me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have some tragic story where my parents used to beat me and I had to go steal a guitar. It was like my dad bought me one.
That's awesome, man. Corey's right. Go check out the Thelma EP.
Please,
we'll do a full segment.
episode. Yeah, it'll be cool, man.
Yep. Hopefully we can get Donnie to come out. And
Those were some crazy good times in that studio sitting with them, man. Like,
we'll tell the stories. Tell the stories. Corey, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for filling in on the Fresh for Pets thing. I appreciate
definitely.
that.
Anytime y'all need me, man, I can.
Yeah, it's probably going to be happening probably sometime in October. You're probably going to have to fill in.
Yeah, don't tell my boss. Well, it depends, because October's gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah, he's got a lot of shit going on.
It's after
give me the date.
It's like the 19th.
No, you're going.
20th.
You're going that weekend.
I got a big cigar event in New Orleans.
Yeah, I'll be going.
If you want to come party with me on Decatur,
tag the ruffians in this and see if they'll watch it.
I can't tag them. I don't have it.
Oh, that's right. Thanks again. We're going to wrap this show up. It was another good show, another great time.
Yes.
Kevin, you're saying you want to play.
Hyphee, thank you.
Yeah, the DJ thing was super cool. That was really cool to hear how people get into that I guess genre lifestyle, because it's like you said, I always compare stuff like, oh, that's just like being in a band. Right. And that really is. It's just you only have like you and maybe like a Prius and you're driving all your stuff to wherever you're going. It's not 5 dudes drinking in a van. You know what I mean?
It could be.
I mean, it could be 5 DJs.
That's why we like to have people on of different genres.
Yeah, no, it was cool to hear that, because I always see them. I'm like, so like, how do you, like you said, how do you get into that?
Right. I have no clue.
It's like my girlfriend's into certain like indie bands. She's like, I'm gonna go see them live. I'm like, what do you do there?
How do you stand?
I don't get that. Like it's cool to hear the another side of things, and that was a little
interview.
I used to jam some fucking some DJ stuff. I used to jam BT back in the day and stuff.
Killer. If you stuck with us this far, man, thank you so much. We appreciate it. They did. Yeah.
As soon as they saw me, like,
it always gets
time to get the kids
slide off the
homework.
rails towards the end.
Like, share if you could. We're on all the platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. We're even on Twitch. We don't really promote a lot there, but we do live stream. Kevin, you want to end with the winner for tonight?
Yes.
Have we announced the date of the next show? I don't think
we have not.
And it'll be in September. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Always stay tuned to the Facebook page. Always go check us out at thesound228.com. That's where you can get our pre-orders.
We will create an event invite for our next show.
That's correct. And we're also doing a episode recap email. So if you want to be on our email service, please go to the website, thesound228.com. We have a sign up there. Put your email address in. We shoot 1 email a week. We give you either a recap of like this episode, we'll cut and do some highlight reels. You can watch it there. And anytime we have exclusive content, whether it's early access to ticket sales, early access to info on our shows, early access to
Donnie
merch.
says DJ Lethal.
Yeah.
DJ Lethal.
That's nice. That's where you're going to get it from. So go sign up there, thesound228.com, drop your email in, and you can have all of the cool things. Kevin, tell me once again the name of this band, the song, and where they are from as I conveniently try to pull this up.
The name of the band is Silent Theory. They are out of Moscow, Idaho. They are managed by Paul Crosby, the drummer from Saliva. And the name of the song is
Sticks and Stones. Do you have something to say real quick?
I just wanted to congratulate y'all, because I haven't really seen any. I mean, I've seen y'all separately, but the show y'all put on over the summer was super cool, man. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you. And
the band, dude, it was way cool. I'm ready for another one.
And thanks for all your help on that.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I had nothing going on.
Once again, guys, thanks again so much. Y'all have a good night, and stay tuned. The next episode will be early September.
Peace.
Oh, you're gonna do the peace? Okay, I didn't know.
Peace. I was waiting on something too. I was like,
I always end the show with peace.
This is
peace.
This is Silent Theory, Sticks and Stones. You've been watching The Sound. Have a good night.
Sticks and stones make shards of bone, but words cut through the surface. That's nothing compared to the acts of despair that we see go without purpose. Cut their limbs, they'll crawl with grins to find out if it's worth it. Mother, help us please, just a gentle breeze, we really don't deserve it. Shoulders bearing too much weight, so knees begin to buckle. Replace need for fame, so now I'm ashamed you're what they'll find among the rubble. Kings and queens go without thrones, hey, are you getting nervous? Mother, help us please, breaking arms and knees just to keep up with the circus. Just to keep up with the... It's getting hard to sleep without that fire burning deep. Why would you take that away? So put us back in our place, spit in our face, it makes the hurt better. Don't ever take that away. Isn't it so easy just to see the greed? Believe me, it's enough to make you sick. Well, that's a gratifying feeling, but the ceiling isn't going anywhere.